Pope here once again, and today, again on the Gaming News Pope episode. Hell yeah, it's episode 57. We got some good gaming news, we got some good gameplay, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. So today the gameplay is called Dyad. It's a game on PS3, got it on PlayStation Plus. It's actually pretty fucking cool. You like match colors, you do grazing, and it's fucking cool. So check it out. If you guys like it, you know, download it on PlayStation Plus. And remember, if you guys have any gameplay suggestions, leave those in the comment section below. I've been adding some games to my game queue recently, so if you guys have any more suggestions, leave those down there, and I'll try to play them for future Gaming as Well episodes. So today the articles are actually pretty good. It's talking about PlayStation Now, which you might have heard of, but I got some of my own opinions about it because I don't think it's really going to work out that well in my opinion. And also, at least for now, maybe in the future, definitely in the future, but not now. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. But also talking about like Chinese people getting games, which is pretty interesting. Hasn't really been in the news too much, but we'll talk about that. And let's see, Titanfall, which is coming out like in a month or two or something like that. So yeah, good stuff and fucking crazy. So moving to our first Gaming News Pope article. This one's about PlayStation Now, like I said before. And if you guys don't know about PlayStation Now, basically, well, I guess it all started whenever Sony bought Gaikai in June of 2012. And Gaikai was kind of like OnLive. It's like an online, it's like a gaming streaming service. It's kind of like Netflix, just with games. Basically like a server loads up your game. You still control it and everything, but it basically just sends basically like a movie to your device, whatever it is. And it's, you know, your device isn't actually running the game, it's just a server, and you're just getting the picture from that game. So it's kind of cool, but like I said, I don't think it's going to work. But it is coming out to PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and actually it's coming out to PS4, PS Vita, PS3, televisions, tablets, smartphones. It's coming out to all these things because since the server is actually, you know, actually rendering the game, then you don't really have to have a really powerful device to play it on. You just have to have it on a somewhat okay device, I guess. Basically a device that can like play videos, basically, because it's essentially a video. But the big thing about this is you also need a really good internet connection, and it doesn't necessarily have to be really fast. It's a 5 megabit per second requirement, and that's not terribly fast. I mean, I have like 20 or so megabits per second. But the thing about it is you have to have low latency, which is your ping. And if you guys like if you play online games on like Call of Duty and shit like that, and if you're like fucking all over the place, it might be because you have a shit ping. And ping is basically, if you guys don't know this, which a lot of you probably do, but it's like you send a packet. It's the time that it takes to send a packet and then receive a packet, which is measured in milliseconds, which is fucking getting really technical. But it's if you have a really low ping, then it's bad for this whole streaming service because that is, you know, the server is actually rendering your game, and then it's sending it, and the faster it can send it, you know, the more smooth it is for you, and if you have a really shit ping, then it's gonna be really fucking slow. So, I don't really think this is gonna work out that well. My ping is personally pretty good. I think it's like around 40 milliseconds, but I've played online gaming. I know how shitty some people's pings are. And I know a lot of people are going to try to use this shit, and they're going to fucking fail at it because their internet's just way too slow. Sometimes, you know, their internet might be fast data-wise, but their ping is going to be shit. And also, data caps. We personally have a 250 gigabyte data cap every month on my internet connection at home. And that's kind of bullshit. And if you do a lot of streaming online, then that data cap is just going to go all over the fucking place. And you know, it's just going to charge you a ton of money, and it's kind of bullshit. So basically, in order for this whole PlayStation Now to succeed, you know, ISPs really need to up their game, both latency wise and also just taking off that fucking data cap, which is really bullshit. Once they do that, I think this will work. But for now, I think PlayStation Now is actually it should really be called PlayStation Future, because it's not going to work now. It's just not. Oh, and sorry that point took so long to get across. I know it's kind of a complicated thing, and actually I screwed up on one thing, so let's get this figured out. A low ping is actually a really good thing because that means it's less time to send and receive a packet, and a high ping is a really bad thing because that's more time, and it would be more laggier. Yeah, we got that figured out, and let's move into this next article, which is about China, and they're suspending their ban on gaming consoles. Which, if you didn't already know about this, China banned gaming consoles in 2000 in light of concerns about children's mental health, which I think is another word for Grand Theft Auto. So yeah, Grand Theft Auto, plenty of that good stuff. But yeah, so apparently it's just going to be a temporary suspension on the ban, which I don't know why they did this. They don't really go into too much of that in this article, but they do say that this isn't really going to work that well because China gamers are pretty much all PC gamers right now. 2/3 are PC gamers, 15% are browser gamers, and 14% are mobile gamers. But most of these PC games are like free to play with microtransactions and everything. And these people aren't really accustomed to paying like $500 for a console and then $60 for a game and shit like that. And they go into like how much these gamers make. Apparently 70% of Chinese gamers earn less than 4,000 yen, I think it's yen, dollars per month, which is actually 634 US dollars per month, which is, that's pretty low. I mean, I pretty much make that much money and I'm in a minimum wage job. So, yeah, that's pretty shitty. No wonder they can't pay for their games. And they say that the gaming consoles are really not going to flourish there too well. Neither of the console makers are really excited in going there. And I don't know. Maybe that's why China suspended their ban, because nobody can afford it anyway, so who gives a fuck. But kind of interesting. I'm surprised it wasn't really in the news, but we'll see how that develops. And maybe, I don't know, who knows, maybe the Xbox One and the PS4 will get a lot more sales from that. Probably not, but we'll see. So moving to our final article, this one's talking about Titanfall, which comes out on March 11th, 2014. It's about 2 months, pretty cool. So apparently that game is only going to have 6 versus 6 in the online games, which some people, I mean, I personally think that's a good thing. I know a lot of people out there probably think it's terrible. I'm sure a lot of people thought, you know, the next generation of consoles, we need to up the graphics, but we also need to up the amount of people in the games. But I really can't remember that one game on the PS3. It was just so shitty, but there was like 100 people in the online games. And I think, personally, that many people in online games is just distracting, and I think it's really a bad thing in my opinion. And I guess Respawn Entertainment also thinks that. Vince Sampella, which, I mean, we should all know that guy, he said that amount of people turned out to be the best balance with AI for us, which, you know, I mean, I think they're probably right about that. I think it just gets a little bit too confusing. And, you know, maybe the maps will be a little bit better. I feel like recently in Call of Duty, the maps have just been way too fucking big. And yes, I'm comparing this to Call of Duty because these people made Call of Duty. They made the good Call of Duty games. We got all like the really shitty ones now, but they made COD 4, COD 2, Modern Warfare 2. Those were all fucking great. And these people probably know best. So I think we need to listen to what they're saying and just, you know, take it. And we'll see how it is. I guess if it is, if the really demand is there, I'm sure they can up the people in the games. But let's see how it is first before we start jumping to conclusions. And should be pretty interesting. So with all that said, that pretty well finishes up episode 57 of Gaming as a Pope. Hell yeah! So once again, the gameplay is Dyad. That game, I really did like it. I'll probably continue playing it because it was pretty fucking sweet. So play it yourself and see how it is. Anyways, remember, suggestions, leave those in the comments. I'll try to play them. College is starting next week, which I'm really not too excited about. I got my books, and I got 9 of them. It's gonna be fucking crazy. But hopefully I'll still come out with Gaming as a Pope and everything. I'll try my best, so just stick with me, guys, and we'll get through that shit. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. If you want to drop a like on this video, be sure to do it. That really helps me out. So come on, drop a like on this video, motherfucker. Do it. Anyways, I'll see you crazy motherfuckers around the bend. And be sure to have a crazy motherfucking day. Peace out.